In this video, I'm going to briefly introduce the course Business Model Design. It is a course a lot about remembering stuff. There are 10 units, and it is easy for you as long as you clarify old terms and know how to use them in real life. The Unit 1 is a summary of the whole course. It introduced the 9 building blocks, which is really important for this class. And you have to remember the building blocks in order, which is value proposition, customer segment, channel, customer relationship, revenue stream, key resource, key activities, key partners, and cost structure. Those 9 building blocks are on the business model canvas, and we use canvas instead of plan. For startup, it's because the canvas is dynamic, so we can easily make changes on it. The Unit 1 also including some terms for business, such as pivot and iteration, which means the big change and a small change for a business. And also product-centric model, which refers to the startups that focus on the product. And then the customer-centric model, which is the startup focused on customers. So they do a lot of customer interviews and they collect their feedback. This bit, the Unit 1, from Unit 2 to Unit 10, each unit is going to introduce one of the building blocks on the canvas. The first one is the value proposition, and there are 10 value propositions for your product. Newness, which means the new product that have never been seen on the market. Performance, is your product doing better than the previous products that are already on the market? Customization provides several choices for the customer to choose. And getting the job done is to get more free time for your customer. Design is just the outer appearance. Brand is some customer will only buy the product with a certain brand. Freemium is customer can get something free. Cost reduction is to save money, and the risk reduction is for customer to reduce risk. And then finally is the accessibility, which means more customer can get your product. In the Unit 2, there is also a concept about MVP, minimum viable product. You will have to do a lot to define a product, whether it is an MVP or not. So it is important to know the definition for MVP, which is if a product is finalized and is ready to launch, then it is not a MVP. But if it is not finalized, but it has the main feature of the final product, then it is a MVP. Unit 3 is the customer segment. In this unit, you have to find your potential customers and define the 4 customer types. Well, it is easy to define who is the actual user and the influencer who is positive and encourage the user to buy your product. And then the buyer, such as parents of children and the budget director of a company. Then saboteurs, which is negative and influence the user or the buyer not to buy your product. After finding potential customers, you have to find the product market fit, which means the value proposition fits well with the chosen customer segment. You also have to define 4 types of markets that your startup is going to enter, which is the existing market, new market, segmented market, and clone market, and the barriers for each market. The existing market, the customer and competitors are known, the same for the segmented market. But for the new market and the clone market, your customers and competitors are unknown. And you also have to know the local laws and the regulations for the clone market, because it means open up a new company in a foreign country. The barriers for existing market is there is one or two big companies, so you have to compete with them. A new market is customer adoption, so whether customer will love your product or not. And the value of that is the time period that your product has been accepted by the customer, and then you have to have enough funds or money to support your business. The barriers for segmented market is your product has performance on the previous products, so doing something better than the previous products. For the clone market, it is important to know the local laws, customers, and competitors. The Unit 4 has less information than Unit 3. There are just two types of channels, the physical channels and the web channel. 5 categories are in the physical channels: the direct sale, retailer, reseller, VAR, and the mass merchandiser. Direct sale is the business owner or friends that sell products by themselves. The retailer is your own stores for your product, and the reseller is the other stores and give you a shelf to sell your products, such as the CVS and the Walgreens. Then the VAR is a value-added reseller. So like Giant, they put the label Giant but sells others products. The mass merchandiser is like the Costco, so sells a lot of stuffs together. For the web and mobile channel, there's dedicated e-commerce. It's your own website, and the mobile app is just an app. And two-step e-distribution is like Amazon's, those website that allows you to shop everything. The Unit 5 is about customer relationship. A business has to get, keep, and grow their customers. For getting the customers, there's paid demand tactics and unpaid demand tactics. PR agency is like the company who will advertise your companies to others. And advertising trade show is like you recommend your products on some TV shows and a mail and email to send it to customers. And unpaid demand tactics like blogs or social medias. To keep your customer, you can have loyalty cards, customer check-ins, send a product update, and customer logs in. So you have some profit to attract your customer, be keep in your business. To grow the customer, there is upsell, which happens at the same time. So you recommend other stuffs to the customers, or cross sales. If you can send emails after the customer has bought your products. Referral and viral loops are the similar things that you ask the customer to recommend it to others, and you whether paid for them or give them coupons. Unit 6 is about revenue stream. It's how the companies earn their monies. There are 6 types of revenue streams. Asset sales is the transaction that paid at one time. And then usage fee. It's like the more you use, the more you have to pay, such as electricity. And the subscription fee is the fee that pay monthly, so Netflix. The licensing fee is the fee you can earn when you give others the right to copy your own work. So you collect the fee of copyright, such as the music in the iTunes or the Apple stores. Then renting It's just you rent your house or place to others and then earn the fees. Finally, the intermediation fee is the one who brings two sides together and making transitions, so they earn the fees of agency. In the Unit 7, Key Resources, there are 4 types of resource. Physical, which is just the materials. Human resource is the people you need to run the business. And then the financial, including cash, loans from the bank or your credit card, and the investment. There are 3 types of investment. The angel investor, which is your family or friends give your money. And then venture capital is like Shark Tank that raise the money for you. And then crowdfunding is like the website that can collect lots of money from other investors. The 4th resource is intellectual property, which including copyright, trademark, which will protect your logo or name, and trade dress, patent, including utility patent, design patent. Design patent is the same as the trade dress. Those protect the appearance of your product, and the business must patent or the trade secret. The trade secret is not enforced by law, but is a way to protect your intellectual property for a company. There are only 3 types of activities in the Unit 8, which talks about the key activities. The production, that is the company, the main work is to produce something. And the problem solving is a business that focus on service. Then it's the platform or the network that brings 2 companies or more companies together. Unit 9 talks about a partnership. Strategic alliance are 2 companies that are not competitors and they collaborate. Joint venture are 2 companies together, they form a new company. Buyer supplier is just one side provided material for another side. Then competition, those are companies that are competitors, but they collaborate together. Then traffic partnership is like the platform that brings and connect the customer and the companies. The last unit is short. For the cost structure, there's only 2 types of cost. The fixed cost, which does not change. So no matter how many products you produce, the cost is constant. And then the variable cost is the cost that change or increase with the products you sell. Okay, that's probably everything about this course. Hope you will get a good grade on it. Thank you for watching.